Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. All the pretty girls walk like big boss dick. Pull up in the beat, pull it out my wrist with the ice around my neck. Shitting on my ex, on to the next. He know this pussy good 'cause he always come back. I'm like, diamond shine, find me to a island. If I say I want it, then you know he gon'
Laura recently made a video explaining a questionable incident with her daughter when she was a toddler or small child. Laura, it seems, has told this story a couple times over her YouTube career. It seems that along with her telling this story several times, there are also a couple versions that she tells. Let's break some things down.
The feeling a kid gets when they don't feel secure in their own home is sad. Use extreme caution with your precious babies. What? Let me explain this for the 1900th time. Okay? Now, it was 16 years ago. 16 years ago.
At this point, we will break down a few of the times when Laura has told this story. We were able to collect clips from different creators, showing the various versions of the story Laura has told about her daughter. Let's listen to the most recent version of this concerning story.
The movie Cuties came out. This is where all of this stemmed from. The movie Cuties came out. And part of the thing about Cuties was that they were flirty. That one of the reasons why it was so, yeah, the kid is 18 now, correct.
We just previously listened to Laura say this happened 16 years ago. Remember her saying her daughter is now 18. If this happened 16 years ago, that would have made her daughter 2 years old at the time.
The movie Cuties came out.
Let me add quickly, the movie Cuties came out in 2020.
A lot of the stuff in Cuties was that these girls were flirty. They didn't like that people were sexualizing girls, that, little girls can be flirty, blah, 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 blah. No. So I was saying that, Sage was like that. 16 years ago, I move in, I meet this guy. Seems to be everything I'm looking for in my life. Didn't know this man that long, but I had to make a split decision. And, he was wonderful to my kids. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. Can I trust this man? Like, he's not their father. You hear all these scary stories about stepfathers and stepfathers that rape their, daughters or sons. And so now I'm getting paranoia sets in. And this is in the back of my mind. Like, well, how do you know? How do you know if you could leave your daughter alone with someone? How, all these things go through your head. Okay, time goes on. We were living together probably, I don't know, a month or two, maybe 2 months. I really don't remember how long, but it wasn't a long time at all. We had to be out of the house. Brad comes home from work. I'm in the middle of getting the kids ready. I had to have the kids ready by 7 o'clock, let's say. I don't know if that's right, but I'm just saying, like, I had to have them ready at a certain time. We had to be somewhere. Don't remember what it was. But at the last second, I'm about to give the kids a shower or something, and Phoenix or Sage, one of them had a blow up and got poop everywhere. And we had to be out the door in like 15 minutes. And I was already in the bathroom. And Brad said, hey, why don't you just let me take her? I'll bring her in a shower with me. We'll be ready on time and you could clean him up. And I said, okay, fine. And my thought was, well, I guess now's the time I'm going to know if anything's going to happen. Now's the time. So I said, well, I guess I can see if he's going to get turned on by my daughter. I'm in the bathroom.
Keep in mind here that Laura says she was at home and in the bathroom with Sage and Brad. This will be one of the key points to remember once we get further into this presentation.
And thankfully, nothing. And we were on time. I cleaned him up, watched, them in a shower, cleaned him up, done.
Now let's listen to a different version that Laura has previously told about the same story.
Brad. When I first met Brad, Sage was a very flirty little girl. I'll put it like that. Little girl. And, she thought she had instinct. She walked with a butt shaking and it was cute. But when I first met Brad, I forgot what happened. Sage got really sick. And I wasn't home, and he went to give her a shower. And I wasn't home, and he went to give her a shower.
After the next clip, we will point out the inconsistency of what Laura says.
So I said, well, I guess I can see if he's going to get turned on by my daughter. I'm in the bathroom.
In the most recent version, Laura says she was at home, that she was in the bathroom with Sage and Brad, and she could see if Brad would get turned on by a little girl. Because we all know that a child predator will harm a victim in front of their victim's parent or guardian. Is she fucking serious? No words, just a head shake.
But I came home, and I was watching to see if he would get turned on by Sage. And I know it sounds gross, but it's, as a single mom, you want to protect your kids. You want to make sure you're not with someone who gets turned on by a 4-year-old. Well, I guess we weren't. No, we must have been together a year already. We must have been together a year already.
Let's go over what we heard from Laura about this story. Laura has said in one version that she was home, and in another version that she was out, that she was not home. Laura has said she was with Brad for only a couple months, but in the other version she stated that they had been together for a year. There are certainly discrepancies when it comes to what age Sage was at the time. In one version she says that Sage was 4 when she was put into the shower with Brad. Remember, in her most recent video about this she stated that this incident happened 16 years ago. She also stated that Sage is now 18, which would have made her 2 years old during this incident. So what is it? Were you home or were you out somewhere? Was there a blowout or was Sage sick like you said? In one of the versions of this story, was she 2 years old or was she 4 years old when you put her into a shower with your boyfriend to test if he would get turned on by a child? Either way, your way of thinking is disgusting. A child is not flirty. A child does not send out wrong impressions. A gross fucking predator might use that excuse as a reason to shift blame from their own putrid thoughts about children. Your horrid views puts the blame on victims of sexual assault. Victim blaming is a shame, especially from a mom of a daughter. You often use sexual abuse as a weapon to hurt people, like what you said about Jonesin and her dad. Everyone has heard you say to people who question you or disagree with you that they were probably molested as a child.
This is a stepdad. This is a stepdad. And I would want to know if my stepdad is looking at, before I got married to this man, if they're going to do anything to my innocent little girl. And I'm sorry that other people don't think like that. Maybe that's why they were molested. Maybe that's why their stepdad could never be alone with them. No, sorry. That's you. You're a bully. You were probably molested as a child.
You're as putrid as the predators. You like to throw in victims' faces